Welcome to Storybooks with Pastela. Today we're going to read I Think My Grandpa Might Be Santa by Holly Berry Bird. Hi, I'm Nick, and that's my little sister Nora. Want to know a secret? I think my grandpa might be Santa. Here's why. My grandpa has a workshop, and he makes me toys. My grandpa likes to play in the snow. He built this snow fort without me. My grandpa makes the best hot chocolate, and he carries peppermints in his pockets all year long. My grandpa has a round tummy, and it shakes when he laughs, like a bowl full of jelly. My grandpa has a kitten named Snowflake. She wears a jingle bell because it is cheerful, says my grandpa. If he doesn't shave, his whiskers are white. And what about that bathrobe? Did I mention my name is Nick? Guess who I'm named after? And guess who my grandpa is named after? But even if my grandpa isn't really Santa, I'm still the luckiest kid in the world because my grandpa is the best grandpa ever. The end. What Dogs Want for Christmas by Kandy Radzinski. Dear Santa, I have the aroma of stinky feet. Please send me something so I'll smell sweet. Love, General. Dear Santa, I do like eating a nice leather shoe, but maybe I'd better try something new. Love, Beanie. Dear Santa, I'd like to help guide your sleigh. I even practiced on my own today. Love, Harley. Dear Santa, my ears hang down to my feet. Can you fix them so they are short and neat? Love, Daisy. Dear Santa, I know you really care. Please send me something warm to wear. Love, Sam. Dear Santa, I think these treats were meant for you, but it looks like there's enough for two. Love, Goldie. Dear Santa, I'd like a frosty new friend with a magic hat. Imagine the fun we could have with that. Love, Reggie. Dear Santa, I need something to help me get around, 'cause my belly's too close to the ground. Love, Ruby. Dear Santa, I'd love some mittens made of Persian kittens. Love, Watson. Dear Santa, I love to express my heart and soul, so send me something to rock and roll. Love, Baxter. Dear Santa, seeing you would be great, but I'm getting sleepy. It's getting late. Love, Miss Maddie. Dear Santa, I'd like a soft, warm place to sleep at night and a cuddly teddy bear tucked in tight. Love, Rufus. Dear Santa, I'd like to help trim the tree. Please send me an ornament just for me. Love, Pudge. Dear Santa, what I want most is a loving home, with someone to hold me and call me their own. Love, Scout. The end. Grandma's Christmas Wish by Helen Foster James. Your grandma loves you. I love you, I do. Jingle bells, baby, adorable you. My wish for Christmas is certain to be some kisses and hugs from you, just for me. We'll have our stockings, and under the tree there will be presents for you and for me. But you with your grin and all of your charms, you're my best present just wrapped in my arms. You fill up my heart with holiday cheer. I love you, my love, my snowflake, my dear. You're like the star on the first Christmas night, a sparkle of joy, a twinkle of light. A candy cane kiss I have just for you. Giggles and cuddles, and mistletoe too. You are a grand baby, an angel, it's true. And no gift could be as precious as you. The end. Little Bear's First Christmas by Judy Nair. Wake up, little bear, said Mother Bear. Winter is over and spring is here. Little Bear opened one eye, then the other. He yawned and he stretched, and then he sniffed the air. Spring! Cried Little Bear as he jumped out of bed. Hooray! In no time at all, Little Bear was skipping happily through the woods. Soon he came to his favorite meadow. Hello, Bunny Rabbit. Hello, Bushy Squirrel. Hello, everyone, he called. Why, hello, Little Bear, the animal said. Did you have a nice winter sleep? Yes, said the little bear, but now I'm ready to play. What are you playing? We were telling stories about Christmas, said the animal. Christmas? Asked the little bear. What's Christmas? So the animals told Little Bear all about Christmas. He heard about the white sparkly snow that covered the ground and was ever so much fun to roll in. He heard how the trees were decorated with strings of cranberries and popcorn and lots of twinkling candles. Best of all, he heard about Santa Claus, who came on his magic sleigh with presents for all the animals of the forest. When Little Bear went home, he asked his mother, "Why don't we have Christmas, Mommy?" Because, Little Bear, Christmas comes in winter, and winter is the time when we bears must sleep, said Mother Bear. But you'll have fun all spring, summer, and fall. You'll see. The days of spring and summer passed quickly, and Little Bear did have lots of fun. He ate wild huckleberries until his tummy was full. He swam in the river and played with the slippery fish. Soon it was fall, and Little Bear had fun then too. He and his friends stomped in the leaves and played hide and seek among the trees. The days got colder and colder. One day, when the last leaf fell from the big tree, Mother Bear said, "Little Bear, winter is here. It is time for our long sleep." "But I don't want to go to sleep," said Little Bear. "I want to stay up for Christmas." That night, Mother Bear tucked Little Bear in bed and gave him an extra big bear hug. "Good night, Little Bear," she said. "Sweet dreams." Little Bear tried as hard as he could to stay awake, but he was so sleepy, and his eyelids were so heavy. And soon he was fast asleep. Meanwhile, Little Bear's friends were getting ready for Christmas. As they decorated the trees of the forest, they passed by Little Bear's den. "Poor Little Bear," said Sally Mouse as she peeked in. "He won't wake up until spring. He'll miss Christmas." "Wait," said Bunny Rabbit. "Maybe Little Bear doesn't have to miss Christmas." "What do you mean?" asked the others. "Let's wake up Little Bear for Christmas," Bunny Rabbit cried. "Just for Christmas, and then he can go back to sleep," she added. "Yes, let's," everyone agreed. So on Christmas Eve, the animals of the forest tiptoed into Little Bear's den. "Wake up, Little Bear," they whispered. "It's Christmas." On a little sleigh with its very own jingle bells, the animals pulled sleepy Little Bear to a special place in the middle of the forest. When Little Bear opened his eyes, he was delighted. "It's just like the Christmas in your stories," he cried. All that night, Little Bear celebrated Christmas with his friends. They ate their favorite foods, sang their favorite songs, and made angels in the soft new snow. Then the animals heard the sound of ringing bells. It was Santa Claus. His sleigh was loaded with presents, which he handed out as all the animals cheered. Everyone opened their presents, and the celebration continued. It was the best time Little Bear had ever had. When it was all over, the animals took Little Bear to his den and tucked him into bed. "Good night, Little Bear," they said. "See you in the spring." Mother Bear woke Little Bear at the first sign of spring. "Did you have a good sleep?" she asked. "I'm sorry you missed Christmas, but now you can have lots of fun." "But I didn't, Mummy," said Little Bear. "I didn't miss Christmas, and it was wonderful." Mother Bear smiled. She was glad her Little Bear had such sweet dreams. The end. What Cats Want for Christmas by Kandy Radzinski. Dear Santa, I'd like a book on how to cook mice, flamingo burritos, peacocks and rice, sparrow spaghetti and pelican pie, woodpecker pizza, and pigeons on eye. Love, Jade. Dear Santa, how about a sweater knit of red Irish setter? Love, Benny. Dear Santa, Can you send me some fleece? For my neighbor's Pekingese. Love, Oscar. Dear Santa, I'd really like a tale from a chow. Please send it right now. Love, Mo. Dear Santa, I would like a new soft rug made of Pomeranian or Pug. Love, Kirby. Dear Santa, I'd like a gingerbread house, and tucked inside, a chocolate mouse, and fish eggs and snails, and barbecued whales. Love, Miss Kitty. Dear Santa, I'd truly like something sweet that went tweet, tweet. Love, Lucy. Dear Santa, I'd like to try something new. A totally different hairdo. Love, Rita. Dear Santa, I'd like some boots made of catfish leather. But would they stink in really hot weather? Love, Pete. Dear Santa, I would like a big silver dish filled with little silver fish. Love, Gracie. Dear Santa, I think I'd look better with a curly perm to cover the effects of ringworm. Love, Rosie. Dear Santa, I want a partridge in a pear tree, a sparrow, a turkey, and a chickadee. Love, Sam. Dear Santa, a brand new bed is what I'd love, stuffed with feathers from geese and doves, a soft blanket of fowl wings, a pillow of crows. Oh, to wallow in plumage from my head to my toes. Love, Louie. Dear Santa, I'm tired of being all alone. Can you find me someone to love me and give me a home? Love, Pause. The end. The Mouse's Christmas by Kit Schorsch. It was Christmas time, and the snow had already started to fall. The mouse children were excited. They watched the farmer cut down the big tree and carry it up to the house. It would soon be decorated. Can we have our own Christmas tree? Asked the children. Mother shook her head. Mice don't have Christmas trees, she said. We are too small. Outside, it was getting colder. More snow was falling, and the children were feeling gloomy. Can we please have a Christmas tree? They begged, again and again. At last, Mother said, I'll do my best. Mother slipped outside into the snow. She looked everywhere for a Christmas tree that was small enough. She examined twigs, a fallen branch, and a big leaf frozen in ice. None of them really looked like a Christmas tree. At last, she chose a branch that had 3 red berries on it and carried it home for her children. Our very own Christmas tree, she said proudly. But it didn't look like a real Christmas tree. There was just nothing very Christmassy about it. The children were still feeling gloomy. That night, the farmer took his Christmas tree inside. It was so big, he had to cut a piece off to get it in the door. A little while later, a fox came by. "This is just what I need for my den," he said. The fox picked up the piece of Christmas tree and carried it home. But when he got home, he found that he didn't need the whole piece. With a snap, he bit off what he needed and left the rest in the snow. Soon after, a rabbit came by. When she saw the piece of Christmas tree, she said, "This is just what I need for my burrow." So she picked it up and quickly carried it home. But at home, she saw that she didn't need it all. So she broke off a piece and left the rest. Just then, a bird hopped by. "This is exactly what I need for my nest," she said. So she picked it up and quickly carried it home. But when she got to her nest, she found she didn't need the whole piece. So she broke off what she needed and dropped the rest from her nest. Mother was gazing outside when she saw a tiny piece of Christmas tree fall to the ground. "This is exactly what we need," she said. She carried the tree inside. The children started decorating it at once. And by the time they finished, they had their own perfect little Christmas tree. And that night, when Mother took them to see the decorated Christmas tree in the farmhouse, they all agreed that their tiny Christmas tree was just as beautiful as the big one. The end. Just Be Claus by Barbara Juose. Once upon a snowstorm, a jolly little round little baby was born. "Clausy doesn't look like the other babies in the nursery," said Mom. "And he doesn't even cry." "Do you think something's wrong?" asked Dad. "Shh," said Granny. "He's precisely perfect. He has rosy cheeks and a round little belly that shakes when he laughs like a bowl full of jelly." By the time Clausy was 6, it was clear he was an unusual child. He had a surprising laugh. Ho, ho, ho. He wore the same red shirt every single day, no exceptions. At hockey, Clausy daydreamed. And sometimes he helped the other team score because he didn't want them to feel bad. Coach Fox was not happy. Even Clausy's dog was out of the ordinary. Dasher wasn't a regular size. He was very, very big. And Clausy's favorite place? His super secret workshop, where he and Granny made things. Kazoos, whirligigs, puppets, thingamajigs, and long leg warmers for Dasher, who was often cold. But Clausy felt lonely. His differences made him feel out of place. One day, Clausy told Granny his worries. "I'm different." "Wonderful," said Granny. "You are one of a kind."
"But I don't want to be different. I want to be like the other kids."
A tear trickled down Clausy's cheek. Dasher licked it off. "You are creative, thoughtful, and generous. The things that make you different are the best things about you. Don't try to be like anyone else. Just be you. Just be Claus. Clausy was sure Granny was wrong. That night, Clausy tossed and turned. Soon it would be Christmas. But not even that made Clausy feel better. Dasher rested his head on the comforter and looked at Clausy with sad eyes. Then they slept, hand to paw. That night, the snow came down feathery soft, then more and more and more, till it seemed like all the world was full to the tippy top. By morning, the snow drifts had shut the roads. Nothing could get through, not even the train.
Not even the train? But the train brought the Christmas packages.
Clausy worried about his neighbors. They would look under their Christmas trees and find nothing from faraway family. Nothing at all. No stuffed monkey for Valentina. No wooden cart for Miguel. No silver whistle for Coach Fox. And Fritz the mailman wouldn't get his usual pair of leg warmers from Great Auntie Mim. Then Clausy had a brainstorm. He woke up his family and announced his plan. Everyone pitched in, wrapping and stacking and filling the sleds. Then Clausy hooked up Dasher and delivered presents to his neighbors. Gifts of kazoos, whirligigs, puppets, thingamajigs, and a very special, very long pair of leg warmers for Fritz the mailman. Back home, Clausy felt as warm and melty as a mug of Christmas cocoa. Granny was right. He didn't need to be anybody but himself. His differences were the very thing that helped make others happy. And so it was. That snowy day, Clausy made Christmas special. It was the first time, but as it turned out, it wasn't the last. The end. Merry Christmas, Little Who, by Brenda Ponet. Scourge, 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 scourge. What's that noise, Little Who? Is it reindeer walking in the snow? Scrunch, 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 scrunch. No, Little Who. It's just a branch scratching on the window. Jingling, jingling, jingling. What's that noise, Little Who? Jingling, jingling, jingling. Could it be bells ringing on Santa's sleigh? Jingling, jingling. No, Little Who. It's just White Cat running in the snow. Scuffle, 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 scuffle. What's that noise, Little Who? Scuffle, 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 scuffle. Is it elves rummaging the kitchen? Sorry, Little Who. It's just a Mama Who putting away leftovers. Scuffle, scuffle. Scrape, scrape, swish, swish. What's that noise, Little Who? Is it Santa coming down the chimney? No, Little Who. It's just Papa Who putting out the fire. Scrape, scrape, Swish, swish. Munch, 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 munch. What's that noise, little Who? Could it be a reindeer munching on cookies? No, little Who. It's just Papa Who munching on cookies. Munch, munch. Go back to bed, little Who. What's that noise? It's little Who sleeping. Good night, little Who. Merry Christmas, little Who. The end. The Little Red Elf by Barbara Barbieri McGrath. Once upon a time, there was a reindeer, a penguin, a hare, and a little red elf. They all lived together in a comfy, cozy workshop. The reindeer liked to snooze in the straw. The penguin liked to relax in the bathtub. The hare liked to hibernate by the hearth. That left the little red elf to get all the workshop work done. She swept the sawdust and boxed the bulbs. She organized the tools. She stirred the paint and untangled the lights. She shoveled the path and checked the mail and polished the slate. Phew! One day, while she was filling the bird feeders, she came upon some pine cones. "Who will help me plant these pine cones?" asked the little red elf. "Not I," said the reindeer. "Not I," said the penguin. "Did someone say something?" mumbled the hare. "Then I will," said the little red elf. And she did. Soon a little pine tree began to push through the ground. "Who will help me water the pine tree?" chirped the little red elf. "Not I," said the reindeer. "No thanks," said the penguin. Snored the hare. "Not a problem, I'll do it myself," said the little red elf. Each morning, the little red elf watered the pine tree. She was delighted to see it grow straight and tall. Finally, the pine tree was ready. The little red elf asked her friends, "Who will help me bring the tree into the workshop?" "Not I," said the reindeer. "Bloop, bloop," squirted the penguin. Snored the hare. "Well, I love being busy," said the little red elf with the most positive attitudes. The little red elf got her shovel and dug and dug and dug. She lifted the tree into the bucket and carefully brought it into the workshop. When the tree was positioned just the right way, the little red elf asked, "Who will help me string the lights on the tree?" "Not I," said the reindeer.
What's with all the questions?
said the penguin. 10 more minutes, grumbled the hare. Then I'll handle it, said the little red elf. After the lights were up, the little red elf grew tired. I don't suppose there's anyone here who might assist me in putting ornaments on the tree, she begged. Not I, said the reindeer. They float, don't they? Said the penguin. Who's there? Said the hare. The little red elf took a deep breath. That's okay, I can do this, she exclaimed. Soon the workshop began to glow and sparkle. Ooh, said the reindeer. Ah, said the penguin. You missed a spot, said the hare with one eye open. Now that I have your attention, the little red elf said with a smile, who will help me put out milk and cookies? Not I, said the reindeer. Why bother saying yes now? Said the penguin. I'm allergic, said the hare. No big deal, said the little red elf. The next morning, piles and piles of presents sat under the tree. Everyone was up very early for a change. The little red elf raised an eyebrow, though her voice was as sweet as ever. Who will help me open the presents? I will, said the reindeer. I will, yelled the penguin. I want the big one, screamed the hare. With that, the little red elf put her hands out and shouted, Stop! I planted the tree. I watered the tree. I brought the tree into the workshop. I strung the lights. I decorated the tree. I put out the milk and cookies. Now I'm going to open all the presents myself. The reindeer, the penguin, and the hare stood very still. They were shocked. Then they began to cry. Wah! The little red elf put her hands down. Oh, please don't cry, she said. I'm sorry. Of course you can open the presents. The reindeer, the penguin, and the hare dove into the gifts. Paper and ribbon flew through the air. What did you get? Asked the little red elf. Ah, the perfect gifts for you. Thank you, Santa, she said. The end. Santa's Secret by Denise Brennan Nelson. Illustrated by Deborah Melman. My parents had planned an adventure one day. We loaded the car and went on our way. We sang Christmas carols to Grandma's delight, till we got to the city, all festive and bright. The sidewalks were packed, but we made our way through, and I climbed on Dad's shoulders to get the best view. A holiday parade was soon underway, with marching bands playing and floats on display. Santa came to sight, and the cheering grew loud. From a shiny red sleigh, he waved to the crowd. When the parade ended, we walked for a while. And who did we see with a bell and a smile? He wore the same suit, but I knew right away he wasn't the Santa I had seen in the sleigh. That's not the same Santa, I loudly declared. The people nearby turned toward me and stared. Mama said, Santa needs helpers to get the job done. But I demanded to know, who is the real one? Grandma leaned down with an answer for me. It's Santa's secret, just as it should be. But everyone knows that secrets won out. I'd uncovered the truth. I hadn't a doubt. We found Santa's station and waited in line until finally, thank goodness, the next turn was mine. His beard was as white as fresh fallen snow, and his belly jiggled with each ho, ho, ho. I had questions for Santa. I would see what he knew about reindeer and elves and all the rest of the crew. I got out my notebook. I would crack this case wide. From a good detective, the truth cannot hide. What is your name? I started off simple. On each side of his grin, I noticed a dimple. Who are your reindeer? What do they eat? And does Rudolph have a favorite treat? Do your reindeer sleep? Where do you live? Who helps you decide what presents to give? Do you like to fly? Do you take vacations? Tell me a few of your favorite locations. How big is your workshop? And how many elves? Do they live with you or all by themselves? Well, some of the elves live with me. I know there are a few who live in the village and commute to work. I had to be thorough to get to the truth. I recorded his answers like any great sleuth. I paused for a moment and looked into his eyes. This question would catch him by surprise. Are you the one? Are you for real? Do you like being Santa? How does it feel? Santa Claus chuckled, and his reply was a tug of his beard and a wink of his eye. Then he patted my head and had a question for me. What is it you'd like beneath your tree? I thought my investigation should persist, but I thanked him instead and gave him my list. We then settled into a warm coffee shop. Hot cocoa for me with marshmallows on top. Looking over my notes, did I have enough? Could I solve this case, or was it too tough? But then, catching my eye, tucked back in the nook, sitting all by himself reading a book, was a man with a beard. His coat on the chair, weathered black boots. I couldn't help but stare. He munched on a cookie and sipped on a drink. There was something about him. I didn't dare blink. With notepad in hand, "Excuse me," I said. I saw that his cheeks were bright cherry red. His smile stretched up and crinkled his eyes. And then, without asking, to my surprise, he said, "Reindeer like barley and berries to eat. But carrots," he added, "are their favorite treat." I turned toward Mama for a second, I swear. And when I turned back, the man wasn't there. I had seen a few Santas throughout the day. Had I met the real one? The sleuth cannot say. Grandma is right. It's as it should be. So I'll keep Santa's secret. It's safe with me. The end. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas by Laurie Friedman. Christmas was a very merry time for the Christmas family. Well, for most of the family. Ma and Pa loved Christmas. Brother Chris and baby Holly loved Christmas. Even their dog, Rudy, was especially happy at the holiday time. The only one who didn't think Christmas was merry was Merry Christmas. Every year, it was the same thing. Other families searched for the perfect tree. But Pa had a habit of picking the biggest tree. In Mary's opinion, it never ended well. Like their neighbors, the Christmas family decorated their house with lights. Mary just wished it didn't leave everyone else in the dark. Other families bought gifts, but Mary was just plain embarrassed when her family filled their carts to the brim. And when Rudy howled jingle bells while caroling, he made more noise than anyone could stand, including Mary. When people said, "Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!" Mary just didn't feel merry. On Christmas Eve, Pa announced that the family was going to see Santa Claus. Mary's heart leapt. If anyone could make Christmas merry, it was Santa. She waited in line with all the other children. When it was Mary's turn, Santa smiled. "And what would you like this year?" he asked. "I want to love Christmas," Mary said. "But our tree is too tall. Our lights are too bright, and everything my family does to celebrate is just too much." Santa looked kindly at Mary. "I'm not sure there is such a thing as too much Christmas," he said. "In fact, a lot of people would love a Christmas like yours. I have a feeling that you can find a way to love it too." His eyes twinkled. "Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!" But as Mary left, she didn't see how that would help make Christmas merry at all. That night, the Christmas family hung their stockings over the fireplace, set out snacks for Santa, and got ready for bed. Everyone was in a festive mood. Well, almost everyone. Mary couldn't sleep. She tossed and turned as she thought about what Santa had said. Was there no such thing as too much Christmas? Would other people like a celebration like her family's? She considered the questions from every angle. Just as the light of Christmas morning peeked through her window, Mary knew the answer. When her family awoke, ready to celebrate their favorite day of the year, Mary stopped them. "We don't need loads of lights, a tree taller than our house, or piles of presents to have a Merry Christmas," she said. "It's too much for one family." "But I love all the lights," said Ma. "And I love our big tree," said Pa. "Isn't Christmas about more than that?" asked Mary. "More?" Chris asked. Rudy barked in confusion. They huddled around Mary as she explained what she had in mind. Slowly, Pa smiled. Ma nodded. Chris offered Mary a crumb-covered thumbs up. Then the Christmas family sprang into action. They unstrung lights and took down the tree. They packed up presents and crated their cookies. And off they went in the Christmas van. As they drove through town, Rudy howled along to Jingle Bells until every person in every house came outside to see what all the commotion was about. Mary shouted, "It's Christmas party!" Everyone followed the Christmas family to the park. Mary, Chris, and Holly set out cookies and presents to share. Others hung the lights with Ma and helped Pa put up the tree. They all enjoyed the Christmas celebration, which seemed to Mary just the right size. And not one person complained as Rudy led the whole town in song. Ma put her arm around Mary. "The lights have never shined brighter. And the tree has never fit more perfectly," added Pa. For once, when people said, "Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!" Mary smiled a big smile. Everyone in the Christmas family agreed it was a very Merry Christmas, especially Mary. The end. The 12 Days of Christmas by Jane Cabrera. On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a party in a pear tree. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 drumming dogs and a party in a pear tree. On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 3 cute cats, 2 drumming dogs, and a party in a pear tree. On the fourth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 4 magic mice, 3 cute cats, 2 drumming dogs, and a party in a pear tree. On the fifth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 5 shining stars, 4 magic mice, 3 cute cats, 2 drumming dogs, and a party in a pear tree. On the sixth day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 6 bears a-snoozing, 5 shining stars, 4 magic mice, 3 cute cats, 2 drumming dogs, and a party in a pear tree. On the seventh day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 7 squirrels skiing, 6 bears a-snoozing, 5 shining stars, 4 magic mice, 3 cute cats, 2 drumming dogs, and a party in a pear tree. On the 8th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 8 elves a-baking, 7 squirrels skiing, 6 bears a-snoozing, 5 shining stars, 4 magic mice, 3 cute cats, 2 drumming dogs, and a party in a pear tree. On the 9th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 9 foxes sledding, 8 elves a baking, 7 squirrels skiing, 6 bears a snoozing, 5 shining stars, 4 magic mice, 3 cute cats, 2 drumming dogs, and a party in a pear tree. On the 10th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 10 snowmen singing, 9 foxes sledding, 8 elves a baking, 7 squirrels skiing, 6 bears a snoozing, 5 shining stars, 4 magic mice, 3 cute cats, 2 drumming dogs, and a party in a pear tree. On the 11th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 11 reindeer dancing, 10 snowmen singing, 9 foxes sledding, 8 elves a baking, 7 squirrels skiing, 6 bears a snoozing, 5 shining stars, 4 magic mice, 3 cute cats, 2 drumming dogs, and a party in a pear tree. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 12 penguins skating, 11 reindeer dancing, 10 snowmen singing, 9 foxes sledding, 8 elves a baking, 7 squirrels skiing, 6 bears a snoozing, 5 shining stars, 4 magic mice, 3 cute cats, 2 drumming dogs, and a sleigh ride home for me. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to Learn with Pastela for more stories.